I do want to bring in Gene Munster of Loop Ventures to quickly get his take here. You've heard us sort of bat it around the desk, Gene, and I'm wondering what your initial take is here.
You framed it in appropriately. I think all the risks and the dynamics that they're going through. I think the one piece that has been missing from the conversation is the reason why the stock is still hundreds of billions of dollars of market cap is they have a global reach. 2 billion daily active users. So there's, call it 7.5, 8 billion people in the world. 2 billion of those visit a Facebook property daily. That was up 4% year over year last quarter. And I think that piece, that's the real substance of here. Sheryl leaving, we can get into the reasons. At the end of the day, I will go back to a text that I got from somebody who I know inside of Facebook, and his comment was, this is Zuck's company. If he left, that's a big deal, no doubt about that. And I think that's the core here. So, Melissa, my sense here is that, yes, there's turmoil in the near term. This is negative in the near term. This company is going to have to navigate the macro headwinds around advertising and all the other issues that your panel has astutely framed in here. But one thing isn't going to change. People are addicted to their products. That's global reach, and advertisers are going to be back.
Yeah. Steve Grasso, what's your take, having heard Gene's 2 cents?
Yeah, I agree. And it's actually down around a technical level in the stock. Around 180 is where support is. But where Karen started saying that it's headwind after headwind, that's true. The problem is, since September 2021, the stock has gone down, where in the past, headwind after headwind was rewarded with higher stock prices. So something's changed. We know what's changed. Fundamentals have changed. This is a negative no matter how you slice it. Now, she could be leaving for personal reasons. The market's going to see it as a negative. Mark Zuckerberg, I don't think he knows what the metaverse is. He said it's going to take 10 years to be profitable. I don't think Sheryl Sandberg knows what the metaverse is, and I think that's why she's leaving. She doesn't want the headwinds. She doesn't see a future for the metaverse.
Gene, you're a big metaverse believer, or you were once. Are you still?
I still am. I appreciate Steve's view. I do agree that the metaverse is yet to be defined, and I come back to an unfortunate, I think, reality of human behavior is human behavior gravitates to easy experiences and enticing experiences, and I think that's why you see social, you see TikTok taking off, and ultimately the metaverse, I think, is going to be an even more inviting for our time spent. And so, yes, Melissa, I am a believer in the metaverse. No, I cannot define what the metaverse is exactly going to look like beyond it's going to take up more of our time. And I think that, despite my issues around what it is doing, I think mentally to all of us, I think that this, I think Facebook Meta will benefit from whatever that metaverse looks like 5-10 years down the road.
All right, Gene, thanks for your take. Appreciate it. Gene Munster, Loop Ventures. I'll go back to you, Karen. I mean, it's fascinating that the company has rebranded itself to Meta, and not even Gene Munster, who follows the company so closely, can define what the metaverse is, but is confident that in 5 to 10 years, it will be the leader and will benefit from the metaverse. So, Karen, how are you thinking as an investor when you take a look at the core business, which is strong because advertisers will stick around, but it does have its issues, its headwinds, and then you take a look at the path the company is plotting towards the future to something that not many people, I'm going to venture to say no one really, maybe except for Mark Zuckerberg, can truly define, let alone how to monetize it. And that is the end goal. I mean, how do you think about this company?
So I think about Zuckerberg in the past having faced these sort of, existential threats or changes to the business. We've seen it a few times now. And, we always talk about he did it with mobile when that was an existential threat. And it seemed like they couldn't figure out how to do it. And yet they did. And, we've seen him face various challenges. I don't know what the metaverse is going to look like, but I think he deserves the sort of benefit of the doubt to spend the money to try to figure it out, right? I mean, just think about how forward-thinking he was when he bought Instagram. I kind of thought, wow, that seemed like a lot of money. I don't really get it. It ended up working out all right, far better than all right. So I feel like if you want to bet on the metaverse, I think he's a reasonable way to do it, particularly when you've got that money machine attached to it that already exists. So I like it here. I don't know what the metaverse is going to be. And if it's a giant bust, all right, I'll lose money from here.